depending on where you are tuning in from. Welcome to our special Saturday edition of our ILCA overview and public crypto talk. My name is your Queen Connectress, Miss Marnita Casa, and I will be your humble hostess for today. Now, like I always like to say, we totally understand there are so many different things that you can be doing with your time. My goodness, it's a Saturday morning. So the fact that you guys decided to get up and come on and hear what we have to say, that makes us so very happy. So again, thank each and every one of you for being here. And my goodness, if there is any place to be, this is absolutely the place to be. Here we are talking about cryptocurrency education. We are learning about the blockchain. We are talking about the finance of the future. And we're doing it all as a community and as a team. Now, I have been through many communities. I belong to many different groups, but there is none like the ILCA community. Here we are thriving together. We are learning and growing together, and we're doing it as a family. So again, thank each and every one of you for being here. Now, I see you guys all joining us on the Zoom. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Thank you guys so very much for being here. It is always so good to feel your energy. But you guys should know the routine by now. As you come on in, please type your name and where you are from in that chat box. That way I get a chance to tell everybody who is here on the Zoom call with us today. And if you have the opportunity, turn on those cameras. One of the best parts about us being on a Zoom call like this is that we get a chance to see all your faces and see those beautiful smiles. So I'm going to go ahead and start saying hello because I see everyone coming in. First up is my good friend, Elton. Hi, Elton. How are you, baby? Thank you so much for being here. Mwah. I see you're driving. Drive carefully, okay? Thank you so much for being here. I see we also have an integral person of our community. I am talking about Papa Leonard. Hi, Leonard. How are you, baby? You're driving too. Leonard, be careful, okay? Because if you're in California, they drive crazy out there. So please pay attention to the road, but thank you for being here. I see we have the beautiful Miss Carla Arrigo. Hello, love. How are you? She is coming on in from St. Louis, Missouri. Hi, baby. I got your message. I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible, okay? Mwah. I see we also have my good friend. His name is Mr. William Duzinski. Hey, Will, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. It is always good to see you, my friend. I see we also have the beautiful Miss Yvetta Perrault. Hi, baby. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. It is always good to see that beautiful smile, queen. I see we also have the wonderful Miss Maggie is here. Hi, Maggie. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Maggie is coming all the way in from Canada. Thank you so much for being here and for being a part of our community, sweetheart. I see we also have Ron is here with us. Hello, my friend. Rob, I'm so sorry. Hi, Rob. How are you? Rob is coming in all the way from the UK. When I tell you ILCA is global, that's exactly what I mean. Rob, thank you so very much for being here and for being a part of our community. It's so good to see you. I see there is Mr. CJ Jackson. Hey, CJ. He's coming on in. Yeah, that's right, Leonard. CJ is coming on in from Arizona. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. There is the beautiful Miss Rita B and Miss Patty Geist. Those lovely ladies are coming on in and representing San Diego, California. Hello, Queens. Thank you guys so very much for being a part of our community. I see an old friend of ours. Neil Brooks is here. Hi, Neil. Oh, my goodness. It's been a while. It's so very good to see you, sir. Thank you so very much for being here. It is really, really good to see you. I see we also have the beautiful Miss Janelle Appling coming on in from Colorado, as well as my good friend, Mr. Clairvaux Albert. He is representing Connecticut. Thank you so much for being here, Clairvaux. It is always good to see you. I also see we have the lovely Miss Jacqueline Briggs. Thank you so much, Clairvaux. I appreciate you. Mwah. I also see we have the beautiful Miss Jacqueline Briggs is here with us. Hi, Jacqueline. How are you? There you go, CJ. We was looking for you, sir. Yes, there he is. And I see we have Jacqueline Briggs with us. Thank you so much for being here, Queen. Now, I also see Kenny Taylor. I can't forget you, sir. He is representing Los Angeles, California. Kenny, Mr. Taylor, thank you for everything that you are doing for our community. A lot of you don't know, but Mr. Taylor is doing a lot of work behind the scenes, and we truly appreciate his efforts. So I definitely wanted to give him a shout out. Now, as we go along, you guys, please pull out pens and paper. Why do I say that? Because the information that's coming out of our overviews is so intricately valuable. I see you, Catherine. I don't want to forget you, honey. How are you? There's my Empress. Okay, everybody, we're at the top of the hour, so let's go ahead and get this party started again. Thank each and every one of you for joining us for our Saturday special ILCA overview and public crypto talk. My name is your Queen Connectress, Miss Marnita Casa, and I am your humble hostess for today. Now, it is my honor to introduce you all to a man that for over 25 years dominated the direct sales industry. His cryptocurrency education is used by companies and universities worldwide. For over 8 years, he dedicated his life to learning about blockchain technology and cryptocurrency, but he didn't just stop there. He decided to go out, share his information with the masses, and this was done by putting on fun and exciting Bitcoin boot camps nationwide at no cost. He has built thriving communities and wonderful platforms like you see before you now. So without further ado, it is my honor to introduce you all to Mr. Brandon Ivey.
All right, all right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for that introduction, Miss Casa. I see you pulled out the big earrings this morning. Well, welcome Saturday morning, everybody. I hope you guys are getting ready for having a great weekend. We had a great week. We just ended our 5-day challenge yesterday, and I think that this was a very important week on our 5-day challenge. We spent 3 days covering a very important topic called about security. What is cybersecurity, wallets and security, hardware versus software? And in my opinion, with my experience in this space, those are lessons that every single person that is doing anything with crypto should have been on to know about. And unfortunately, 90% of the people out there involved in crypto are clueless about, which puts them at risk. But you also know who knows that they're clueless about that? Is all the criminal and thieves out there, the hackers who have made this a profession of going after your cryptocurrency, of removing you from it. They know that there's a short window of opportunity in this wild, wild west, deregulationist industry, and new people coming in that have no idea what's going on. And so I wanted to make sure, especially for 2025, that we have our focus on that space. Now, today, as an ILCA presentation, I'm going to keep the presentation part real short because I want to spend a little bit more time on the crypto, the crypto talk side of it, because there's a lot of topics. Important decisions were made this week that's going to impact everybody that we all need to be aware of. So for those of you in the 5-day challenge, and this is your first time seeing an ILCA presentation, I want to give you a little bit of background. If you don't know who I am, my name is Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. I've been in the direct selling space for 26 years. Can't believe it's been, wow, I cannot believe it's been that long. It seems like just yesterday I went to my very first ACN meeting in Atlanta, Georgia. It was cold and snowy that night. I remember that. But I've come a long way. I was able to walk off my job or retire at the age of 36 years old. I called that my freedom day. It didn't mean I had millions in the bank. It meant that I had enough money that I didn't have to work a job anymore, and that I could wake up when I'm finished sleeping. I can come and go as I please. My life is in my own hands, and then I just elevated from there. I've been in the crypto space now since 2016 when I bought Bitcoin for the very first time. But it was in 2017 May that I learned two things. I had, sometimes in life you have aha moments in your life that changes. It's like a fork in the road, and everything will never be the same again. And I thought I was going to be going down one path on the real estate side, and I ended up going down another path on the crypto side. And now it's coming full circle because now I'm going to be getting right back in to the real estate side because of crypto. I'll have the means and the resources, the connections to do so. But in May of 2017, I learned two things that changed my life, which is very important to what just happened this past week. We woke up this morning and we see a stock market crash. Basically, it's down 700 points in 24 hours. And it wasn't surprising because I predicted this just a couple of days ago. In fact, all month of March, I told you guys at the beginning, we need to watch at the end of March what Donald Trump is going to do. And based on what he does, we know which direction the market's going. I prepared for that. I tethered when I told you guys about that when Bitcoin was at the almost $88,000 mark. Right now, I think it's down to 83,000 and dropping a little bit. The stock market is 700 plus points down. That wasn't surprising. I knew this was going to happen. And it's not that I'm Nostradamus, it's that I'm crypto educated and I pay attention to geopolitics. And we do that every single day in our crypto talks. But what I learned in 2017 in May is that the technology that Bitcoin rides on is going to disrupt every single industry on the planet, no matter what it is. And it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not, trust it or not. Your opinion is irrelevant. And I used to say this back in the day. One day, you're going to be driving down the street, you're going to see Bitcoin ATM machines. You're going to go into our store for your cup of coffee or to get breakfast or donuts, and they're going to say, we now accept crypto as payment. You're going to go into your job, and your job's going to tell you you need a crypto wallet because we're paying you in digital assets. You're going to be looking for a job, and on the application, it's going to ask you, do you know anything about blockchain technology, or what's your level of expertise? Next to how fast can you type per minute? What's your college degree? Do you know Microsoft Excel and Word and all that stuff? What's your level of knowledge of blockchain technology or tokenization or RWA? You know what that is? Real world assets. What about NFTs? What about Web3? What about Internet of Things? See, this is the future, and then not to mention artificial intelligence. So I knew that in 2017. Why do I say that now? 2 days ago, Donald Trump signed an executive order that it went underneath the radar screen because of all the chaos that's going on in the world right now. So the news cycle did not pick this up. He signed an executive order that's going to fundamentally change the entire financial system in the United States and thereby the rest of the world. He wants to kick off this trend. You know what executive order he signed? He said that by September, he mandates. He's not saying I'm just suggesting. No, a mandate. And I find it interesting because Vladimir Putin said the same thing, but he said it in 2016. But Donald Trump said by September, this is a mandate that all federal agencies must conduct business, whether it's through contracts, either paying contracts, receiving contracts, paying out pensions, paying out salaries in digital currency. So, why is that so important? Because we are now marching full steam ahead to having a cashless society. He also made a declaration 2 weeks before that of signing a digital currency or Bitcoin currency, whichever one you call it, strategic reserve in the United States. He also signed a executive order banning CBDCs, but emphasizing the need to have a stable coin backed by the US dollar to maintain US dollar dominance in the world. These moves here are historic and will impact every single person on the planet. And most people have no idea what a digital currency actually is, how it works, how to engage in it, and how to be prepared. So, is there a need for crypto education and what the services that ILCA offers? Absolutely. Absolutely. You just look to your left and your right. That person needs it. In fact, people inside of crypto even need it. So 3 years ago, we created a company called ILCA, Ivy League Crypto Academy. And you can go to ivyleaguecryptoacademy.com, our homepage. The goal is to teach in multiple ways based on your level, where you are, how much you know, what time you have available. We teach you everything you need to know about Bitcoin and crypto. For those that say, I don't have enough time, I can't afford to go back to school. I'm in my 50s and 60s. I've got kids, I've got jobs, I got work. We have something for everybody, from the beginner to people who already have millions in crypto, or people who say, look, I don't really necessarily want to know all this. I'm just trying to invest my money. And I know that this is the hottest thing because that is true. Bitcoin is the best performing asset in the past decade by far. It went from pennies, less than pennies, to $108,000 a coin. Nothing even comes close to it. The largest asset manager in the world, BlackRock, in just 8 months became the third world's largest holder of Bitcoin. Do you think they know something? I'm going to give you a number. The Bitcoin market, or the crypto market cap right now, is around 2.7. Well, we'll see what that number is in a second. Trillion dollars. We have an article today where Michael Saylor says that just Bitcoin alone is going to be, I think it's a $500 trillion market cap by itself. It's at 1 trillion right now. BlackRock has 13 billion in management. I'm sorry, 13 trillion under management. But what is Larry Fink and BlackRock looking at? They're looking at 867 trillion. You know what? I may have that number off, but I want to get the exact number right here. There it is. Yep. $867 trillion in assets. That's blockchain technology is going to unlock. That's what BlackRock is going after. Now, this number may be astronomical to you, but all you have to do is get positioned to get pieces of this. $867 trillion in assets. The crypto market cap right now, 2.8 trillion. Bitcoin market cap, 1.6 trillion. If you think that you're too late, we're just getting started. But we're at a pivotal point now where it's not a slow push that rock up the hill. The rock's already at the top. What's about to happen is that it's about to go downhill and it can't be stopped. And it's just going to roll so fast. The next 5 years is going to change everything. So what took 15 years to get to this point is going to triple that in the next 5 years. So you want to make sure you're positioned, and you start by joining a community that's focused on crypto education. And that's what we do. You can go to any AI that you have right now, whether it's Chat GPT, Pi, and Ask Pi. You know what? I have not done this in a while. Let's see, is there an update? Pi may not like me right now because I haven't talked to her in a long time. So let's see here. Let's see what Pi has to say. Oh, wow, I haven't even, you kicked me out, Pi? I gotta sign back in? My bad. AI can get temperamental. Okay, let's see. Good morning, Pi. It's been a while since I chatted with you last. I want to check back in. Can you tell me about Brandon Ivey, Bitcoin Brandon, and his ILCA, Ivy League Crypto Academy business?
Of course, Brandon. Great to hear from you again. Let's dive in. So, Brandon Ivey, also known as Bitcoin Brandon, is a cryptocurrency consultant and educator who founded the Ivy League Crypto Academy, ILCA. His goal is to help people learn about and succeed in the world of cryptocurrencies, and he's quite passionate about it. The ILCA offers a variety of programs and resources, including an ebook called Bitcoin for Beginners, one-on-one coaching sessions with Brandon himself, and even a 5-day crypto challenge to help people get started with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. It seems like Brandon and the ILCA are really dedicated to making cryptocurrency education accessible and engaging. So if you're interested in learning more about the crypto space, they could be a great resource to check out.
Thank you very much, Pi. That was great information.
You're very welcome, Brandon. It's great to hear that the information was helpful. The world of cryptocurrencies can be a bit overwhelming, so it's awesome to have people like Brandon Ivey and his Ivy League Crypto Academy working to make it more approachable. If you have any other questions about cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, or anything else, feel free to ask anytime. I'm always here to chat and help out however I can.
Wow. Third-party documentation. Documentation beats conversation. Have you ever tried to ask AI about yourself before? You might be surprised what you find, but you can find out about that. So I wanted just to do that so I don't have to say as much as I need to say right now. I just wanted to show you guys, if you want to get crypto education, go to ivyleaguecryptoacademy.com. We have crypto courses covering Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, how to trade Bitcoin and crypto, Internet of Things, decentralized finance, NFTs, metaverse, Web 3.0, tokenization, AI. Ooh, Marnita, you didn't put those up there yet. The last three courses, decentralization, CBDCs, and look, she's running to go do it right now. And security being the biggest. We even have a membership portal for all of our members. This is private, so we're not on, hey, what happened? It's kicked me out. We are not on we have a Facebook groups and we have a Telegram, but we have our own private in community where there are no hackers in here. There are no scammers. This is private, and you can access our courses if you have purchased all of our courses. If you are, and I'll show you what our memberships are in a second, but just to give you an example, Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advance, how to trade Bitcoin and crypto, Internet of Things, DeFi, NFTs, metaverse, tokenization, artificial intelligence, Web3. Oh, yeah. Oh, people who register have access to the membership portal as well. Yeah, just by registering, go on ilcachallenge.com. All of our crypto talks is recorded. Our diamond classes are recorded. See, all of our diamond class recordings are 5-day challenges. Thank you. And then the latest courses, because we now have them in bundles, is our, pull this up here. Great, Rita. I still have more courses to add, so you'll be able to get those in a moment too. Then our security, CBDCs, and decentralization. So these are the latest ones. And this week in the 5-day challenge, we really paid attention to security. I'll play you this intro here. Take a listen to this. By far, the most important lesson to learn out of everything ILCA has to offer is our courses on security. The worst feeling in the world is to build your crypto portfolio for years, only to lose all of it in the blink of an eye or the click of your mouse. This course provides a Uh-oh, you guys can't hear that? Let me make sure I turned on the audio. So I did not have the share audio. My bad. Let's do that again. By far, the most important lesson to learn out of everything ILCA has to offer is our courses on security. The worst feeling in the world is to build your crypto portfolio for years, only to lose all of it in the blink of an eye or the click of your mouse. This course provides a comprehensive guide to safeguarding digital assets in the ever-evolving crypto ecosystem. It covers critical topics such as secure wallet usage, protecting private keys, recognizing and mitigating phishing attacks, and understanding the principles of blockchain security. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced crypto user, this course equips you with the tools and knowledge needed to navigate the crypto world safely and confidently. Every course has at least 15 videos. Well, one may have 13, but has all of these videos, and you can stop, pause, rewind, go at your own pace and at your own time. And I mean, if it takes you 6 months, if it takes you a year, Marnita did the first 3 courses in 3 days, but she's gone through them over and over and over again. And and that's something I strongly encourage you to do. Do these over and over and over again. Now, I'll speak about the membership side. Let's go back. On our membership, oh, you want me to refresh. Refresh. Oh, nice. Tokenization AI. And then you can get these in bundles. Bitcoin and Blockchain Education Bundle has 4 of the courses. Crypto Essentials Mastery Bundle, 3 courses. Crypto Education Elite Bundle, 3 courses. So that's 45 videos, and Blockchain and Security Mastery, 3 courses. Now, what I find interesting is that when I first created crypto education courses back in 2018, there was only 3. Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, How to Trade Bitcoin and Crypto. And a company called KGX white labeled my crypto education courses, and they made $5 million in 8 months with just these 3 courses. Now there's 13, not 45 videos, but over 200 videos. This is, I mean, to see how far we've come, and we're not even finished. I have a list of other courses that I will be adding soon, and I really need to do the stablecoin courses that's coming up. So if you want these courses, you can get them independently for $350 each, or in a bundle for $750 in each of these bundles. Not only that, we have memberships, and this is for those who want that live daily interaction with myself and our community. For example, those of you who are our VIP members, Diamond Class, I mean, not Diamond Class, Inner Circle. We do crypto talks Monday through Thursday, and where we're covering geopolitics. And I'm going to do an example of one right after this presentation. We have Diamond Class, our Diamond membership, where I actually do live lessons from the courses. We pick out courses from that so that some of you guys are good at just watching videos and learning. Others, you need to have the professor in front of you doing it live. And it's a different experience because I'm actually pulling real world live information on that lesson, and it can be different. What I talked about a year ago is different than what's happening today on the same very lesson. And we do that twice a week, every Tuesday and Wednesday night. And this last week we finished, or 2 weeks ago we finished security, and next week the group said, Brandon, can we talk about trading? So we're going to go back to our 3rd lesson that I ever created, how to trade Bitcoin and crypto. And actually, it's going to be a relearning experience for me as well, because times have changed. Exchanges have come and gone. Rules are different. So we're going to go back and go over the basics so that you at least understand it. You don't have to become a day trader, but if you know how to trade, it will benefit you when you're looking at the charts and you're ready to make some moves, buying or selling, and when and how and which direction things are moving in. You'll be able to make somewhat accurate predictions. Now, Ms. Casa finished a brand new site that we haven't talked about yet, and it's called ILCA.app. And this has everything under one roof as well. Now, IvyLeagueCryptoAcademy.com. Yes, that's our main, what's this one? This is our main website, IvyLeagueCryptoAcademy.com. So you can still get everything here. But if you want to send someone direct, ILCA.app, it brings you here. So you can choose our memberships, gold, diamond, and platinum, $49 a month, $149 a month. And you can choose, if you want to purchase all of our courses, it's $24.99 to get all of our courses. Or, Ms. Cost, you got to add the bundle to this page too. Or you can get them in a bundle here. So you can choose to get the members. You can get the membership or the courses all in one spot right here, ILCA.app. But then we have a new business that we added this year, and it is the ability, ILCA founder, it is the ability for you to become a partner of ILCA. Now, if you decide to be one of our members, we will pay you affiliates for sharing ILCA with others that need crypto education. Our gold members get 5%, our diamond members get 10%, and our platinum members get 20%. But there are individuals out there that say, Brandon, I have a large community, and as much as I believe in crypto education, you're well known, and I'm not trying to promote you and your brand. I'm trying to build my own. Well, we're here to help you because I actually have a marketing company as well. And our marketing company has the tools and resources in place to duplicate what I've done for myself for you. So we can create you your own website. And I'm going to show you an example of one of Carla. Here's Carla's. So you can have your own website, your own picture, everything, your own information on here. It doesn't say my name. It doesn't say my company. It doesn't say nothing. All of my courses are white labeled, and you can sell my courses. And you aren't going to earn 20% as a platinum. You're going to earn 50% on these courses. And you know what's even better? I will allow you to sell the courses for less than what I'm selling them for. Now, some of you may decide you want to sell the courses for more. That's your prerogative. I have no problem with that. You're going to earn 50% at whatever price you sell it. I will not allow you to sell it for less than $9.99. But if you want to sell it for more, I don't care how much more you want to sell it for. But let's say you're selling it for $9.99, all 13 courses, and you're earning 50%. How much money is that? Well, let's say you know at least 25 people. You've got a community of 500 to 1,000 people, and just 25 people decide to buy the course. You earn $500 each. You just earned $12,500. What if you had a community and you knew 100 people bought the course from you? 100. You just earned $50,000. Let me go a little bit bigger here. Let's say you are in an area where nobody knows anything about crypto, and they need crypto education bad. You might be a part of a company. You might be a part of a project. You might be in another country like Rob is. And we create this partnership with you to brand you in your country. And you got a list of 10,000 people. See, one thing that I know in marketing, it really doesn't matter what you sell, it's how many eyeballs you can put in front of whatever it is your product is. And what if out of 10, and it's always 2% will always buy? That's the number. And that's a low number. 2% will always buy. So what if you had a list of 10,000 people, you send an email out? Oh, wait, Rob, you're making me happy here. Okay, I'm going to readjust my numbers. 550,000 contacts? Okay. What if you put this Rob's picture on there, Rob's information, whatever it is, and he puts it in front of 550,000 people, and only 2% purchase? That's 5,500 people. 5,500 people. Rob makes $2.7 million. Do I have your attention now, ladies and gentlemen? If you're in a situation where you want to get started in crypto, you want to build your portfolio, but you lack the money and the resources to do it. When I first started in crypto, my goal was to start with $250,000. The deal I was working with didn't go right, and I didn't have my $250,000 to get started. Instead, I had $30. But I had something more powerful than $30. I had my education. And that allowed me to flip that $30 into 6 figures in 3.5 months. And I had a very great competitive edge and advantage over everybody else who was not crypto educated. And that's why companies came to me and asked if I can create education courses for them. Even universities like the University of Nigeria during COVID. This is their website. This is not my website. University of Nigeria, cryptocurrency, about this course. And they only have 3. Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, How to Trade Bitcoin and Crypto. And they're selling these 3 courses for more money than you're selling all 13 of my courses. They even have a certificate of proficiency in theirs, and they got me on here. But anyways, you have a great advantage over everybody else. Let me see where I'm at. Yeah, here. So Rob, you want to make $1 million? You put my courses in front of your contacts, let them purchase it, you get 50%. And then it's not making the money. It's what you do with it after that. Now you take that money and you use it to build your portfolio. Think about that. How powerful is that? You use that money to build your crypto portfolio. In fact, I have a meeting today in 2 hours with the group that I'm creating. Remember, I told you guys my basket of products, basket of suite of tokens for people that say, "Well, Brandon, I got $50,000. I just want to buy crypto tokens. Can you tell me which tokens I can buy?" And you know, always know what the next question is. Can you show me how to buy the tokens? How do I get at this? I'm going to make it even easier for you. What if I already have a site and I have a pick of different baskets? I'm going to call one the Trump basket. I'm going to have another one called, because I had an aha moment last week and I'm ashamed that I didn't think of this before, that I have my own crypto portfolio. I didn't think to have an ILCA crypto portfolio. Blowing my mind. So I'm changing how I'm doing. I'm taking a percentage of whatever I make in ILCA and I am putting it and creating a crypto portfolio for my company. What did we learn earlier this week? Michael Saylor's doing it with MicroStrategy. GameStop is doing it. We just found that out this week. They're buying Bitcoin and crypto. So not only are states going to create a Bitcoin strategic reserve, but businesses are going to do it as well. So I need to do it too. But I'm going to have a suite of baskets that you can choose from that may have anywhere between 5 tokens, maybe even 10 tokens. So all you have to do is say, here's $500, and it will automatically purchase those tokens in that basket automatically. And you withdraw whenever you want to, or just the whole point is designed to let it just grow. Rob, shoot a private message over to Miss Casa with your contact information. And actually, let me show you guys right now. Miss Casa, post what was the link again to set up on anyone who wants to have a meeting on the founder side? What was that link again? It wasn't winwithivy. Is it? Winwithivy.org? No, oh yeah, ILCA Founders. Yeah, just go to ilcafounders.com. So Rob, here's where you go, ilcafounders.com, and click on make an appointment. And it'll be a 30 minutes. I've got 2 appointments coming up on the 31st too. Some of you guys got 2 meetings coming up about this. So that's where you go, ilcafounders.com. If you want to be have a question. Oh yeah. That's right. Okay, so on the founder side, that is huge. There's a lot of money that you can make doing that. There's also those of you who want to have private one-on-one with me, and you've got question. Oh yeah, that's my Wingstop. Winwithivy.org. If you want to have one-on-one time with me for 30 minutes, 1 hour, or even our executive plan where you get 3 hours, $125. Yeah. I have 2 tomorrow. No, I thought it was the 31st, Marnita. So that's on Monday. So 30-minute consultation. Oh, 3 on the 31st at 2. Okay. I can keep me busy. All right. 30-minute consultation, $125, 1 hour consultation, $240, an executive plan. And ladies and gentlemen, these prices are going to go up probably by the end of this year or next year. There's only 24 hours in a day. And the way we are building and growing, my demand for my time is going to be crazy. But get this while you can now. If you ever want one-on-one time for 30 minutes or an hour, you have my undivided attention to ask me any question that you want. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Okay, and then also, what about different languages? Like we shared on Thursday or last week. Where is it? Like, well, we're getting ready for Maggie in Mandarin. So if you are in a different country, we'll work on creating you a website in that country's language, and then next, redoing all of my crypto courses in that language. Right now, I only have English. Someone said, Brandon, you had Spanish too. I did. We also had Spanish for the first 3 courses, but though I've redone those courses like 5 times since then. So what I would look to do is hire somebody who speaks whatever that language is. And I did my courses a certain way. My courses, I did them in a way that you don't have to be an expert to be able to teach the course, because you see how I do it from the 5-day challenge. People learn in multiple ways. They learn auditory, they learn from sight and reading at the same time. And I have a learning disability is why I did it that way. So all you got to do is be able to read the read the slides. So we have great options that's going to be coming for you guys, and I'm excited about that on the founder side as well. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what ILCA is all about. And we invite you to join our community. So you can go to ilca.app to either purchase our courses. I will tell you this, if you are a platinum member, good deal, Rob, book for Monday. Okay. If you are a Miss Casa, check those times. Let's make sure we're good with all those times. If you are a platinum member, you get access to all of the courses as long as you're a platinum member. If you are a partner, not only do you have access to all the courses yourself, but you can sell those courses and earn 50%. So it's actually a better deal to be a partner than a platinum at the end of the day. It's a better deal to be a partner than a platinum. Let me give you guys the prices, okay? If you want to be a partner, and because we are creating for you websites and setting all this up, your own independent, it will take 2 to 4 weeks to get this set up. If you are not a member of ILCA, it's a one-time cost of $2,500 to set up and $199 a month to maintain. If you are a member of ILCA, then the one-time cost is only $1,000, $999, and then $199 a month to maintain. Do you want to know how much money I spent to get this all up? Man, I spent more money than a person makes on their job in a year on my company to get it to where it is now. So now I'm going back to help people get started, and they don't need to have $20,000, $50,000 to get started. All right. So now I'm going to switch, and we're going to talk about we're going to do crypto talk. So those of you who are saying, yeah, Brandon, what do you do daily? What's this inner circle all about? The inner circle is priceless. I can't put a price on it as far as the value that it's worth, even for myself. See, the crypto talk I've been doing for 8 years consistently. It is a part of my life. I feel weird if I wake up in the morning and I don't do crypto talk, because it's my time to learn. You know how some people say, I read and book for an hour a day. I exercise for 2 hours a day. This is part of my daily routine. Look at Leonard there, exercising. So I do it for me because I'm learning. I just turn the camera on and the mic and take you guys on the journey with me. And I'm learning, and I don't read any of the articles beforehand. I'm doing it all live in front of you. So I have no idea what we're going to get that day. And it's too many times to count how many times we found things that has really changed us. It was crypto talk that I had an aha moment about, why am I not creating a crypto portfolio for my own company, ILCA? I'm doing everything else traditional with it. I'm creating my trust. I've got my 2 business bank accounts. I've got my merchant account. I'm not even accepting payments in crypto yet. So I'm thinking traditional finance when I'm teaching crypto that's decentralized finance. It was a mental shift that just happened 3 days ago. So we never know what's going to come up. So I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. We're going to do a live crypto talk right now. All right. So first thing I do is I look at the charts, but because Donald Trump dropped the market, we got to look at Market watch. Oh, wow. Ooh. Dow down 715 points, S&P 500 down 112, Nasdaq is down 481. What's happening in Europe? Ooh, Europe's getting hit hard. What about Asia? Asia's getting hit hard. Crypto too. Crypto, wow, Bitcoin's down at 82,000. Hey, you guys, you heard me call it. Remember I said the tether? What was that on Monday? Monday or Tuesday, I said that. So we know what the traditional market is doing. Now let's look at crypto by itself. Let me refresh this. Yes, you're absolutely right, Leonard. This is buying opportunity because since I tethered, guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to come right back in and buy. All right, and if you don't even know what that means, when I say the tether game, this is why you need to be in our community so you understand what that means. I made a lot of money playing that tether game. So market cap is at 2.7 trillion. It is down 4.1% in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance. Oh, this has risen. It was at 58% yesterday. Or when did I do crypto talk last? Thursday. Now it is 59%. Ethereum, you guys can recall, I think this was below 8% the other day. But this used to be up to 10%. So these altcoins is taking Ethereum's points away. So we have to find out which altcoins is eating this up. Traditionally, it's always been Ethereum was more than 10% of the market. So Bitcoin is at 82,400, down 2.2% in the last 24 hours, down 1.9% in the last week. Whoa. Oh, I didn't do crypto talk yesterday to see how that dropped, but I see there was a big drop. Ethereum is down 2.4. Whoa. This finally had hit $2,000 on Thursday, and now it's at 1,800. This is good buying opportunity, but we have to wait till it hits the bottom. We don't know if this is going to continue to further go down. I'll know by Monday. Monday's inner circle. Let's see. Ripple is down 3.3% in the last 24 hours, down 10.9% in the last week. Wow. Also good buying opportunity. BNB is down 3.4%. Solana's down 2.9%. Doge 5.5%. So since the whole market's down, I'm looking for an outlier. Which one is doing the opposite? So I look at this chart like it's a coloring book, pop-up picture book. So what is the pictures telling me? Toncoin down 6.5. Who are the big? Oh, Sui's down 10.2. Hedera 7.2. Slightly up. It's not stablecoin. Stablecoin. That's not a stable coin. That is Binance. Yeah, stable coin. Binance bridged USDT. I don't see any really outliers here. Okay, best performers in the last 24 hours. Are there any? Tron. So Tron's gone up 1.1%. Aave 0.8. And really, that's about it. Worst performers. Sonic is down 10.5. Sui's down 10.1. Bittensour's down 10.2. Bonk, yeah, this took a hit. Now, normally when the stock market drops like it does, gold and crypto drop with it. However, gold and crypto rebound faster, and crypto rebounds even faster than the rest. So by knowing that, we were able to accurately predict, because of crypto talk, that last month Donald Trump put a hold for 30 days on the tariffs, the auto tariffs for Canada and Mexico. And then they will make a decision at the end of the month. So I was telling all of our inner circle members, we need to watch for that. And I said that the market's going to be kind of flat all month to wait to see which direction Trump goes with. And so I saw it on Thursday night when he officially said, yeah, it's happening, 25%. And I made a post about it in our Telegram group that this was about to go down. And that happened in the market. And now we're going to see crypto rebound faster. So take a spot check on these numbers today. And let's see what Bitcoin is by Monday. Again, that's going to depend on what happens this weekend. The funny thing about crypto is crypto's 24/7. But people still think trading like traditional finance Monday through Friday and weekends are off. So the Asia market will open up for Monday morning sometime tomorrow, Sunday. And I'm going to be watching the charts tomorrow to see if I'm seeing any movements coming out of China onto the crypto markets. Then when we wake up and we do Inner Circle Crypto Talk on Monday morning, we'll see how the US markets, specifically from the East Coast, is reacting to what China has done. So keep an eye on this. Right now it's 82,385. And we need to pay attention to Sunday news tomorrow because the last 2 months before, Trump did the sanction and then he backed down. So he may do that again. I don't know. Or he may keep it. We'll see. But that's going to determine it. So now we're just watching. MoveQuest. MoveQuest is up 13% in the last 24 hours. Maggie's been watching that. 65 new holders added in 24 hours. How does she know that? Because right here it says so. 8,017 holders of MoveQuest right now. Liquidity is risen as well. 1.4 million. Token price is over $8. I have a strategy with our inner circle, how to earn 2,500 to 5,000 a month with MoveQuest without having to sell a product, without having to recruit anybody, just doing what Leonard's doing right now. For my strategy to work, I need this token to be at least $20. That's all I need it to be. Lynette's goal is for this to be more than a $10,000 coin, which is possible. But when it comes to any project, I trust absolutely nobody. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to do it, but I automatically act as if you're going to fail by 90%. So if this project fails by 90%, that puts this at a $150 token. Am I okay with that? Right now, I'm averaging a little more than 200 MQT a month with my devices. So I'll even go lowball that. Let's say 175 MQT. If I'm getting 175 MQT a month at $150, that's $26,000 a month. I'm okay with that. But I'm going even lower than that. Let's say I say she fails by 99%. And I'm still getting 175 tokens a month at $25. That's 4,375 a month. I'm still cool with that. You want to know why? Because I'm 48 years old, going on I'm going on 49. Oh my gosh. Going on 49 years old. I did a thing yesterday. I went and got a gym membership. I haven't had a gym membership in 3 years. I went and got I used to be with this gym called Crunch Fitness here in my city. And they closed down and said I'd have to go like 3 cities over. And I said, forget it. So I have a new gym membership at a new gym. And me and my wife were in there. She's got her first class, Zumba session or whatever on Monday. So I need to be active and working out for my own health. I've lost now, because I'm meeting my weight goals. I lost another 5 pounds the last 2 weeks. And so now I want to add muscle mass to my frame and get that my body used to that as I'm inching my way into my 50s. But if I'm going to do that anyway, why not make $4,000 a month in the process? And that's if the project fails by 99%. Now, why do you see the price going up right now? What's happening? What's happening is a new group has come on board. A new group. And they're buying MQT and they're buying the miners because you can't get the miners without MQT. So you're actually seeing how the system works when it's moving. Now, we still don't have the leasing in place. And let me see the website itself. Is the help center? videos and stuff up yet? No. I know this is close. So that's happening soon. And I see the leasing right here. It says soon. But, oh, I'd have to connect my wallet. No, I'm not doing that right now. But we do have, oh, wow, the hatchery's moved up too. 81% is in the hatchery. That's good. So MoveQuest right now is moving in the right direction, albeit slow. We wanted this to happen 5 months ago, but it is moving in the right direction. And I said it last week. If I were you, you might want to get your hands in as much MQT as you can. That's when it was at $5. Who remembers that? Leonard rose his hand. And remember, what did I do? I showed you guys, I bought a bunch of MQT in the $5 range, and I put it in the hatchery. All right, let's look at some of the news. Now, there's a lot, so I'm not going to be able to read all the articles. I'm going to skim the articles. I kind of just want to look at the headlines and maybe read a couple of things outside of it. First up, look at this. Saylor, that's Michael Saylor, projects Bitcoin's market cap will hit. I didn't read that right. When I saw Marnita post this, I saw 50 trillion. $500 trillion? Demonetizing gold and real estate. What is it at right now? 1.6 trillion. Just think about that for a second. Everything that's happened in crypto, all the millionaires and billionaires that have been created, how this industry has revolutionized the world, all within $1.6 trillion market cap. And this guy is saying, hold my beer, it's going to go to 500 trillion. You want to get cheap on your crypto education? Strategy founder Michael Saylor declared that Bitcoin will absorb up to 500 trillion in global capital by displacing gold, real estate, and other traditional stores of value. SOV. I need to make a note of that one. That's another term that we're going to start to hear. SOV. So traditional stores of value, or just stores. Stores of value. And again, for you guys, that's brand new. I do not read these articles before I do Crypto Talk. I do this live with you. So I'm taking you on the journey with me. I'm learning as you're learning. Bitcoin's $500 trillion future lies in replacing 20th century assets. Replacing 20th century assets. Let me bring that list up again. What is traditional assets in the world right now? 867 trillion in assets. So you need to know what the word tokenization is. And have no fear. Guess what we have in our courses? Tokenization. Let me play the intro on this. Only a minute long. Listen to this. In the same fashion, how NFTs, is the audio on? Let me know if you guys can't hear that. It's going to change the world. Tokenization will take a step further. The CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, even stated that one day, all physical and financial assets will be tokenized. Tokenization is the process of converting assets into digital tokens on a blockchain. These tokens represent ownership or a share in an asset, such as real estate, art, or even traditional financial instruments. Each token is a piece of a whole, and they can easily be transferred, traded, or even divided. This process makes assets more accessible, increases liquidity, and enhances security through the transparency and immutability of blockchain technology. Now, in this course, you're going to learn how tokenization will impact real estate, the art market, gaming, finance, and even cross-border trade. Enjoy. Tokenization. When I create courses, I'm doing them based on what are the hot topics in crypto. Where's crypto going that people are going to need to know? So I did that course 2 years ago, December 2023. All right. And now we're seeing it in the news. replacing 20th century assets. It says that predicting that the market cap will balloon from nearly 2 trillion to 500 trillion as capital flees 20th century assets. See, I learned also in 2017 that this is the fourth industrial revolution, but a revolution that everybody can participate in. He argued this shift already unstoppable in his view. We'll see Bitcoin first overtake gold's $12 trillion market cap, then real estate's estimated 300 trillion value, which is why, and Miss Casa, this is why Mr. Clemens is all excited about ILCA. You know who I'm talking about. This is why. Real estate's $300 trillion value, and ultimately every long-term store of value. Well, what did I say again? Blockchain technology is going to disrupt every single industry on the planet. As long as you have been with me, you heard me say that from day one. Now we got a gentleman who's going to be a trillionaire. It says it's going to impact every long-term store of value. I love it when I'm on the same wavelength as billionaires. The capital, he claimed, will flow from physical assets worldwide, including Russian real estate, Chinese private equity. You paying attention to this, Maggie? And African and South American holdings into Bitcoin as investors favor its digital scarcity over tangible properties. Saylor likened the transition to historic monetary shifts, such as European colonizers introducing currency like Dutch guilders to societies using shells or beads, calling Bitcoin a superior 21st century alternative. He's right. The capital is going to flow from the 20th century to the 21st century, framing the migration as inevitable amid growing institutional adoption. It doesn't matter what you think or what you believe. It doesn't matter what your level of crypto education is. It doesn't matter if you're involved in it or not. This is going to happen. You can't, no congressman, no senator, no president is going to be able to stop this. While critics question Bitcoin's volatility and whether or not it's a strategic store of value, Saylor dismisses such concerns, stating the demonetization process is already happening. Do you guys even know what that means? Demonetization process. It means that the dollar you're holding right now is under attack. The United States having traditional money dominance, dollar dominance in the world is coming to an end. The age of America from World War II as we know it, it doesn't mean the end of America. The age of America, American exceptionalism and financial dominance is being tested and coming to an end. America can still make moves to maintain its status quo. And if you're trying to figure out the moves Donald Trump is making, that's why. He's attempting to make moves to maintain at least whatever currency the United States is controlling stays on top. But other countries are looking for an alternative. They're like, thank you for what you did in World War II, but that was for my granddad and great-granddad's generation. This is a new era now. Saylor's onstage remarks reflect his long-standing bullish stance. Strategy holds 506,000 Bitcoin. You realize what that means. You know, I said this before. If you hold just one Bitcoin, let's scratch that. If you hold just a quarter of a Bitcoin and forget about it, you will be in the top 1% of all asset holders in the world within 5 years. Regardless, his prediction showcases the escalating debate over digital versus physical wealth in an increasingly tech-driven economy. Most people don't understand the difference. They don't know what digital is. But if you frame it a certain way, if you frame it like you're already not carrying cash on you, you're using debit and credit card. You're not sending email, writing letters and putting in the mailbox anymore. You're doing email and texting. The internet is moving from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0, where you own your own content. There is a rush now. How many podcasts are there out there right now? See, before, if you wanted your news, when I was a kid in LA, we had channel 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. And I remember that at a certain time, after my grandpa watched his MASH, there was like the last evening news, and then the TV cut off. It was like, and then in the morning, it would start off with the American flag. They play the American national anthem, and then the news would start. I remember that. It wasn't no 24/7 TV channels. You wanted to watch the major news in the 90s, you had Fox and CNN and MSNBC or the main networks. Now, anybody can be a podcaster and do their own news shows as long as you can have an audience. So you can always find somebody who believes in what you believe that's going to give you the news you want to hear. Which is why we're in the problem we're in right now. We're not living in the same set of rules anymore and the same information. And we're still trying to adjust to that, this new reality. But this is an amazing time. It can be exciting and scary at the same time to be alive. Speaking on that, look at BRICS here. BRICS, watch. Russian finance minister highlights digital assets role for bloc's future. Ha ha ha. Russian Finance Minister Anton Siluanov specified that digital financial assets were among the options that BRICS was considering for what? Securing independence from third-party nations in the economic trade arena. Let me tell you what it really is. It's an organization that's decided that we don't want America dominance no more. We don't want them to have power to put sanctions on us. We want to be able to do what we want without risk of an economic fallout from the West. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. What do they profile? BRICS profiles digital financial assets as part of futures financial settlements arsenal. What executive order did Donald Trump just sign? A mandate for all federal agencies to be doing doing transactions digitally by September. Do you see the trend that's going on? See, I love crypto talk because when I see the news from different places, I start to connect the dots. And I see the moves that's being made, the chess moves. This person moves the pawn here. This person moves their rook. This person moves the knight. And we're seeing the moves being made. And if you're a player of chess, you're able to look 7, 8 moves ahead. That's what I do. I'm a chess player. And so I don't look at just one event as an event. I look at why that event happened and what the counter to it's going to be. And I'm looking 5, 6, 7 moves ahead. That's how I accurately predict stuff. Russian Minister Anton Siluanov referred to the possible role that digital financial assets would play in the upcoming trade reality of the BRICS bloc and, by extension, in the world's trade finance operations. We are considering our various financial innovations on the BRICS floor, including the cross-border payment system that can be based further to bilateral settlements on national currencies with consideration of digital technologies and digital financial assets. Siluanov remarked on the relevance of creating innovative payment structures for the future of BRICS trade. The buildup of the financial infrastructure is very important for the development of trade and economies of our countries. Okay, so this again, I'm not reading all this, just letting you know. There's moves and counter moves being made. So why did they coming out there saying this now? Because Donald Trump just signed an executive order 2 days ago. Now they're coming out saying this. Tit for tat. FBI reclaims $8 million lost in crypto scam that crushed Kansas bank. What crypto scam? Millions were recovered after a Kansas bank collapse tied to a crypto scam wiped out small town investors' savings. What do we just talk about all week? Let's see, do we find any red flags here? Let's see what's going on. The FBI shared details on March 26th of how it successfully reclaimed more than $8 million that had been swindled from local investors in a Kansas bank that collapsed after a crypto scam. The funds were recovered following the downfall of Heartland Tri-State Bank. Do we have anybody on here from Kansas? You heard of this bank? Heartland Tri-State Bank in Elkhart, Kansas, where the CEO, Shan Haynes, wired more than $47 million in bank funds to scammers posing as crypto investment brokers. The bank's failure cost them more than $8.2 million, a figure amounting to generations of accumulated wealth for farmers, teachers, and others in and around the rural town. So we had generations of their money, and they all put it into some crypto scam. Those affected were not Wall Street players, but small town shareholders, many of whom had their entire net worth. What do I always say? I always say, do not, what's my 4 rules? Education is key. Education is everything. Rule number 2, do not invest money you can't afford to lose. And it also goes with don't put all your eggs in one basket. You had your entire life savings. Rule number 3, always get a return as fast as possible. Remember, we're here to make a profit. You know what happens? People get greedy. And when you get greedy, you get sloppy. And when you get sloppy, you make mistakes. And then you end up losing everything. The FBI's Kansas, oh, this is something we spoke about a year ago when it happened. Haynes, so you guys remember this, huh? Haynes later pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 24 years in prison. Good Lord. Investigators worked across agencies, including the federal FDIC and the Federal Reserve Board and the Federal Housing. Oh, was this a pig? This was the pig scam, pig butchering. The division's complex financial crime squad and cyber crimes task force quickly traced the flow of scammed funds to an offshore digital wallet or crypto account containing more than $8 million. The FBI seized the funds. The scam, identified as a type of crypto fraud known as pig butchering. Ah, you guys remember that. Woo-woo. Pig butchering. Do you know what that is? If you don't, guess what? Diamond class, we just did a whole lesson on it. Security, right there. Pig butchering scams in crypto. We got it right there. Pig butchering scam involved convincing Haynes to make increasingly large investments in a fake platform. The bank's customers got their money back since the deposits were federally insured. The FBI added, distinguishing them from shareholders who were initially left with nothing. Wow. Elon Musk. Oh, I saw this in the news. I didn't understand what was going on. Let's see here. Elon Musk merges XAI with XAI with Twitter, in deal that could reshape the internet. Oh, we need to pay attention to this. What's he doing? So Elon Musk XAI has acquired X, merging cutting-edge artificial intelligence with the massive, so he's dropping AI into Twitter. Massive global platform to reshape communication, amplify truth-seeking, that's in the eye of the beholder, and accelerate human oh wow, these words have meaning. Accelerate human progress or evolution. Elon Musk announced a significant corporate merger Friday via a post on social media X, revealing that his artificial intelligence startup XAI had acquired X in an all-stock transaction. Now, how can some new startup acquire Twitter? Which one do you think has more money? Well, it's Elon Musk himself. He's just combining his own companies. XAI has acquired X in an all-stock transaction. The combination values XAI is at $80 billion. He just started. What? I'm curious now. What, he got government contract on this too? When was XAI founded? March 9th, 2023? Think about this. Literally 2 years ago, he went from zero to an $80 billion valuation. How do you think that happened? By pulling yourself up by your bootstraps and going to work? Or working smarter and not harder? The sweet spot, if you're in business, and this goes for myself as well, because I remember Rita mentioned this as also, but I'm working on my brother with this too. The sweet spot is getting that government contract. You get a government contract. I think Elon Musk is making like $8 million a day on government contracts. You get that, you're done. So he went from 0 to 80 billion in 2 years in this company. Twitter, how long has Twitter been around for? And it's only valued at 33 billion. The deal merges two of Musk's ventures and is aimed at harnessing the strengths of both, the rapid AI innovation at XAI and the global communication infrastructure of X. Musk emphasized the strategic value of the acquisition, describing the platform's role in the global information ecosystem. X is the digital town square where more than 600 million active users go to find the real-time source of ground truth, and in the last 2 years has been transformed into one of the most efficient companies in the world, positioning it to deliver scalable future growth. The integration will bring together massive data resources, machine learning capabilities, and a large-scale user base. The billionaire tech entrepreneur outlined how the merger would unlock new capabilities. Okay, what are these new capabilities? We officially take the step to combine the data, models, compute, distribution, and talent. This combination will unlock immense potential by blending XAI's advanced AI capability and expertise with X's massive reach. So XAI will be the technology and Twitter will be where the people are. In describing the future of the combined operation, Musk projected a bold vision, okay? The combined company will deliver smarter, more meaningful experiences to billions of people while staying true to our core mission of seeking truth and advancing knowledge. This will allow us to build a platform that doesn't just reflect the world, but actively accelerates human progress. This is what's standing out to me right now. And there's a host of another reason why. He's the richest man on the planet, which means he's part of certain organizations that people don't even know exist. And they have an agenda. So this caught my attention. Why is he using this? Accelerate human progress. Anybody know who Ivanka's husband, Jared Kushner? Anybody know that name? He was interviewed at the beginning of Trump's first presidency. And he said something he wasn't supposed to say, and he caught himself. Because the reporter was asking him about technology and how exciting it's going to be. And Jared said, "Oh, I am very excited about where this technology is going. And he said this: I believe my generation will either be the last generation to die or the first generation to live forever. And then the interview was, wait, what? And then you can see it on Jared's face. I don't even know if that interview is up anymore because I couldn't find it. They pulled it down. I saw it, and now I can't find it. And then he switched and changed it up and changed. He moved on to a different answer he was given. But he's on to something. These wealthy elite, they know something we don't know. If you have not done so, there's a movie, or not a movie, a series called Paradise. You might want to take a look at that. All right, Paradise. Musk also acknowledges the effort of his teams, thanking employees at both companies and expressing optimism. This is just the beginning, which is another reason why I want to do as much as I can for my own health to kind of slow the aging process, to be as healthy and fit as I possibly can. One, because I'm excited just to see what the future holds. I want to know what the world's going to look like 20 years from now. Ooh, download your consciousness. There were a couple of TV shows. One's called Upload. Check that one out. Upload. Where you don't really die. Your consciousness is uploaded to a program. And then you can reverse that and download that into, oh, let me not give any details. All right. Oh, I'm running out of time here. Okay, first, look at the word here. Tokenized. Warehouse complex. Real estate built in El Salvador. The warehouse, whose construction was financed in part with tokenized sales, marks one of the first times that this financing scheme has been used successfully in El Salvador. I got to pull up that old video of well, it's not that old, Larry Fink saying, I can't wait until we're able to tokenize all real world assets and da 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 da. Remember him saying that? Look at El Salvador. El Salvador is pioneering the use of tokenized instruments as business enablers, allowing companies to finance their projects using this innovative scheme. Virgo de Osma, a state developer, and Mio3, its tech partner, built the first tokenized complex of warehouses in El Salvador. The complex, which spans 10 independent modules equipped for any industry, is one of the first enterprises of its kind to succeed in using the tokenized model for funding purposes, which means anybody can be a part of that. You can now, most people don't own real estate or property because they don't have the money to buy it. But what if you can purchase pieces of it? The whole complex cost $21 million, which was partially financed by the builder and partly by the proceeds of the tokenized sales. Today, we are not only inaugurating a first-class warehouse complex, but we are also witnessing the beginning of a new era for real estate. Stop right there. I read things like a lawyer. I look at adjectives, how things are being described. We are witnessing the beginning of a new era. And what's the subject of this new era? Real estate investment. Is real estate investment ever going to go away? Never. Never. The new frontier of real estate investment is going to be the metaverse. And the metaverse has been very quiet in the last 2 years. But real estate investment, not just in the country, but the world. Thanks to the benefits, primarily tax benefits granted by the Digital Assets Law. So they've already passed a Digital Assets Law in El Salvador. And what did Donald Trump just pass 2 days ago? A mandate for digital assets in America. Okay. So you can start seeing a domino effect here. Then we have Deutsche Bank warns of significant de-dollarization risks among U.S. Oh, man. See, this is it. We already had to worry about BRICS. Okay. But I knew at least the West is still united. All of Europe, Canada, America, Mexico. But the policies of this administration is now putting that at risk. Our allies aren't looking at us as allies. And did you just see what the Prime Minister of Canada said yesterday? Who's paying attention? Who knows what the term elbows up means? If you're Canadian, you do. Americans are like, huh? Is that mystical? Do you know what's going on? For the first time ever in my lifetime, they said United States is no longer an ally of us. He had an excellent, he said, look, we can go alone. We got the resources. It's time for us to grow up and stand on our own 2 feet, or at least until policies in America change. And so no, our own allies are saying, yeah, you know what? America's over there messing up. We are not going to use the US dollar anymore either. The last time there was a seen as a threat like this was when Europe was even contemplating creating the euro. And banks and politicians in America was going apeshit over that. Thinking, oh, they're trying to create a competitor to the US dollar. Now, it worked out all right, but we're about to see that again. We cannot, let me repeat this for those of you who don't get it. We cannot afford for our current allies to no longer view America as a partner, and when they decide that they're not going to use the US dollar, America will not survive. That is not an opinion. It's numbers. Numbers are perfect. People lie and manipulate all the time. We live in a debt-based society. The rest of the world is funding America. What happens when they decide not to? And we never had a problem because there's never been an alternative to the dollar in 80 years. But there will be now. Deutsche Bank has issued a warning regarding the potential risks of the US dollar status as a global reserve currency, citing concerns over the reliability of the Federal Reserve's liquidity backstop. I think that's another why Donald Trump's talking about. You know what's also stopped? He must know something. I don't hear him talking about, hey, we need to go and audit the Federal Reserve. We need to go to Fort Knox and see the gold. When was the last time anybody in the administration has said that? Elon Musk and Trump for like a week. That was the only thing they said. And now it's disappeared. In light of informal discussions among European central bank officials about the Fed's commitment to providing support during market stress, oh, they're not going to get that. Donald Trump already said, it's America first, baby. You on your own. We're tired of propping up Europe. You don't believe me? JD Vance just said it in the Signalgate scandal. He said it. He said, I don't think that this is a good idea to attack Yemen. And then he followed up as to why. I don't think we should be bailing out Europe. He said it. So the thing about, sometimes when politicians say things publicly, you have to figure out, do they actually believe what they're saying, or is it just for show to the public and their base? But then when you listen to what they may say in the private, when they think nobody's listening, his message is still the same. So he believes this. It's not just, I'm backing up Donald Trump. He believes this. So if we're not going to do that, then what's the consequence of it? Again, take away whether you're rooting for these policies. It's irrelevant if you like it or not. It's irrelevant. This is what's happening, period. You're not going to stop it. So we need to know, okay, if this is going to happen, How is the other side going to respond to this? And what moves do we need to make to prepare? That's why I just made a lot of money this week. Doesn't matter what I believe what Donald Trump's doing with Canada. This is what he's doing. I was able to make a move because I knew how Canada was going to respond. And I knew how the market was going to respond. In light of informal discussions among European central banks about the Fed's commitment to providing support, even Donald Trump said, hey, if any NATO country is attacked, will I come in and help them out? Well, did they pay their bill? If they didn't pay their bill, I'm not going to help them out. What? It's not your decision to just unilaterally make. We signed a treaty. We have an agreement. But then he's the president. He can always say, I'm pulling out of the NATO. He can do that. So that means Europe is getting the message. They're hearing America loud and clear that they can't rely on America, so they're going to react. They argue that doubts about the Fed's role as a reliable lender of last resort, and what also makes them think that, because Donald Trump stopped funding Ukraine after we pledged that we would, and Congress signed a bill that we would. So they're saying America, we can't trust America. Every 4 years, it might be a different policy. We can't rely on that. The note highlights the geopolitical tensions under the Trump administration as a contributing factor to these concerns, emphasizes the potential for severe consequences if trust in U.S. financial institutions continues to erode. So, if this is how Europe feels about us, as an American, what should we be doing? We should be preparing for it. Like Robert Kiyosaki says, buy crypto. Buy crypto. We don't know what's going to happen to the dollar. All right, I am going a little bit longer than I wanted to today, but I'm learning right now as well. Experts predict these two cryptos will lead the market in 2025. What two cryptos? Oh, Solana. Who's this? Mutuums. This is what you were talking about, huh, Kenny? All right, let me put a thing on here. Let's watch this. Today's date is 3/29. I already have Solana, so I'm not putting that down. So watch. I do not own this token. And Kenny gave me a link about all this, but I want to see, are they even listed here? Oops. Hold on. Did I spell that right? MUTM. Okay. Whoa, it's on the Gecko terminal. Wow, so it's not even registered yet. Oh, Kenny, did you just find a diamond in the rough? Oh, 10 zeros? Where do you buy this on? Wrapped Ethereum. Kenny, where can this be bought? Because you've been looking at this. Buy, sell, buy, sell. I don't buy straight from here. Let me know where this can be bought. I don't want to just watch. I want to buy. Current price right now. Now, normally I don't do this on public crypto talk, but I found it here after Kenny posted it. So I got the current price. Oh, it's in pre-sale, so that means I can only buy it from their website. I can get it on Coinbase or MetaMask Direct. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Where's the contract address? Yeah, you can get it right on Uniswap. So it means I can get it on MetaMask. Hey, you already sent me that link, right? Let me go back here. Why Mutuum Finance could surpass $10. $10? Hold on. $10. Do you see how far $5 will make you wealthy? Hey, Kenny, type the website in the chat box. Unless this article gives me their website. Mutuum Finance's pre-sale momentum. Okay, maybe I found it here. Okay. Okay. I'm buying some today. So all you need is Ethereum. So you want to make sure you have some Ethereum in your MetaMask wallet. Make sure you use your utility wallet. Let me post that here. So use your utility wallet. Get some Ethereum in it. There's only 7,528 holders and they already have $5 billion. Yeah. This is one of those things that can make you rich. So let's go back to this. Let's see what they're saying here. Mutual finance is gaining traction with this decentralized lending protocol, offering real financial utility. Meanwhile, Solana continues to, whatever, Solana. I'm more interested in this. Mutual finance. King DeFi distributes passive earning opportunities and borrowing and lending services. Okay. DeFi platform. All right. Long-term development. Projected returns. Mutual Finance established its tokenomics system specifically to bring substantial financial returns to investors who joined during the initial phase. The current pre-sale, this is on MSN already has this news. This is not even a crypto site. The current pre-sale price of 15 or a penny and a half allows investors to achieve a 300% gain. So I'm not looking at the right chart then, because this price is not right. All right, because I need the contract address of it. Well, no, there is no contract address yet. Well, yeah, there are. Yeah, I'm gonna buy this token. I'm buying this token. If MSN already has it, I'm buying this token. I don't need to buy a whole lot. The current pre-sale, oh, it's 2 cents on sale now. Okay, so it's gone up. Beyond its current potential exists even more untapped potential. The analyst forecasts MUTM to achieve a $5 value by 2026, which would generate a massive 33,230. Okay, so let's say you had $100. Let's dream mode this. $100 and you got it at 2 cents. You would have 5,000 tokens. 1 year from now, it goes to $5. You just flipped $100 into $25,000. Yes, buy. And that's the wrong price right now. It is at 2 cents. Okay, I'm buying that today. Bright future for Mutuum Finance, the second stage. I'll put this article link as well. Hell yeah, I'm feeling FOMO myself. All right. Then yeah, that was Mutuum. Just the headliners here. Trump pardons 3 BitMEX co-founders. Okay. And crypto market cycle permanently shifted. Many analysts now say the 4-year cycle driven by the Bitcoin halving is either dead or will have a blunted effect on markets. I'm going to save this for Monday because I want to see what he has to say about this. So we'll cover this on Monday morning's Inner Circle Crypto Talk. Wow. So as you guys see, this is what ILCA is all about and what being a part of our membership gives you. So I just learned something new today, and I'm about to make some money off of this too. So with that, we invite you to join us. Go to ilca.app to join, purchase our courses, join one of our memberships. You want to be a founder, ilcafounders.com. I want to be that. I put the article in the chat box, Maggie. right above. So I'm excited about where this is going and what's going to happen next. Monday, Inner Circle Crypto Talk, Monday morning. And then Monday evening is our 5-day challenge recap. We're going to be talking about how to make money in crypto and Bitcoin. How to make money. That's going to be Monday night. And then we're off to the races as we get ready for a brand new month, the first month of the second quarter, April. And I think April's going to be a big month. I have a prediction. April's going to be a big month. How to make money by MUTM. All right. Take care, everybody. And we'll see what MUTM is doing by Monday, but I'm buying some of that today. And just because I say I'm buying it, that doesn't mean you have to buy it. All right. Remember my disclaimer. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I didn't even know about this until we looked at it today. All right. Take care, everybody. I'll see you guys on Monday morning. Bye-bye.